And we now welcome Assemblywoman Valerie Huttle from the 37th District. We're here at the State House in Trenton talking about the proposed budget and all the things going on here in the great state of New Jersey. Assemblywoman Huttle, do you agree with the $2.7 billion cuts that Governor Corzine is proposing in the budget?
Well, first of all, you know, that's the proposed budget, and the legislature now gets an opportunity to look at it with a fine-tooth comb. The budget hearing started yesterday, as a matter of fact, and we will go through and listen to each representative from each of the committees and departments and see really how these cuts are affecting people firsthand. I think it's time. I think we're prepared for this. I think this is a bipartisan issue. You know, the Democrats and Republicans both, quite frankly, have been responsible for the past, and I think it's time to come together and do what's best for the state of New Jersey and try to resolve some of the debt and cut spending and, you know, live within our means.
We're hearing that up to 5,000 state workers may lose their jobs. Any concerns for them?
Well, certainly we are concerned for the workers, but you know, we also, there's a process, whether they are reaching that retirement age, whether they are going out by attrition. So these are things that will be looked at if they are really leaving on a reasonable basis. And hopefully these people are willing and ready to leave. And certainly some of these jobs may have duplications. And we want to create more efficiency in some of these departments. So I know that it's been mentioned that some of these departments are being actually eliminated, but the services of these departments certainly will not. The core services will certainly still be there to, for example, with agriculture. You know, we want to make sure that these needs are still being met by, for the people of New Jersey.
Yeah, what will the 3 departments being cut, what will that actually mean to the people who are there now?
Well, again, as I said, this is a proposed budget. We have to have a chance to look at it. But what I'm hearing is that there will be some departments cut, but the personnel will be shared and merged. And I think that's what we're looking at. We're looking at shared services, efficiency in the departments, and avoiding the duplication and really becoming more efficient and a leaner government, so to speak, but certainly not to disrupt the core services, and I think that's what the aim is. If there's duplications that's certainly able to be cut, we will be looking at that very carefully.
And as a small business owner, you have a business in the private sector.
Yes.
Do you think some of these state workers will be able to work their way into the private sector?
Well, that's a very good question, and a very good point, and a valid point. Hopefully, you know, we want to create small businesses, maintain our small businesses here in the state of New Jersey. We don't want businesses to leave the state of New Jersey, so we are working ways in to maintain these personnel people. That would be a great idea, and really coming to New Jersey to advocate for small businesses, it's a difficult balance, and we do want to make sure that our employees are treated fairly, and we want to give them the best services so they can be productive employees within our businesses. And I think that's a great point. If we can look for other public-private partnerships to merge for the betterment of the citizens of New Jersey and the state of New Jersey, I think we will be looking at those kind of mergers, and that's a great point.
And how will the Family Leave Medical Act that we've been hearing about, how will that affect the small businesses in New Jersey?
Well, you know, we will be voting on that today, and it really started out very broadly with 12 weeks. The way the amendments now are in place, it's certainly, in my opinion, as a small business owner, I am very happy with it. We're down to 6 weeks. 4 of those weeks will be paid family leave because the 2 weeks will be part of the vacation package that hopefully these employees get. It is not coming out of the employer's pocket. It will be coming out of the employee's check, just like you take out Social Security and disability benefits. It will come to $33 a year. I think it's 54 cents a week. So this will be an employee benefit that they will be taking out of the pool, and when they're in a crisis, family crises, to take care of a terminally ill parent or child or sister or spouse, to spend more quality time for spouses with their newborns. Mm-hmm. We have instilled penalties also for fraud and abuse because a lot of people were skeptical that they would just get a doctor's note and be able to take off for these 6 weeks. We put in clauses that they need a doctor's certificate and that the doctors will be responsible, the employees, and quite frankly, in a small business, you get to know your employees. I don't think anyone will really take advantage of, God forbid, lying that one of their loved ones has a terminal illness.
Right.
So I, quite frankly, in the beginning was concerned with employees or businesses under 50,
right,
as a small business owner. But then I thought to myself, our employees deserve just as much, and they deserve to be treated just as equally as if they were working for someone in the corporate field, you know, with 100 employees. And they can only get up to $500 out of their pay. You know, in other words, if they're taking 4 weeks, the maximum check that they will be receiving is $500, $502. So with all the amendments, it really is, in my opinion, a very good bill now. It's a good piece of legislation, and I hope that the governor does sign it after we vote on it today. Hopefully it will come out of the Assembly today with the new amendments, and I think does protect small businesses. So I'm happy to be a co-sponsor on that bill.
Great, and you had mentioned that it was you got it down to 6 weeks. Was it originally higher?
It was 12 weeks.
It was up to 12.
It was 12 weeks. They were actually following the federal Family Leave, Medical Leave Act, which is unpaid. So this is 6 weeks, and as I say, 2 weeks. Part of the 6 weeks would be 2 weeks of vacation, and they can take it intermittently. They don't have to take it the 6 weeks all at once.
Okay, so if they have a family member that may need care, you can take a week here, a week there, and you can balance it out.
Exactly right, exactly right. So I think it's really a benefit. Again, it's a leave act, but it's also a benefit act, and it's not coming out of the employer's pockets. And the employers are protected in case you do have an employee that does decide to take leave, and let's say they don't come back or they abuse it. We just got an Attorney General's opinion that we would be able then to let them go, so under 50. So it really is, I think, strengthens the small businesses as well.
Okay, and it differs from the federal in that the federal is unpaid
Correct.
And the state would be paid.
That's right.
Anything else working on the agenda? We only have about a minute or so left in the segment. Anything else on the agenda that you're going to be working on?
Well, we're working on the mental parity issue to cover illnesses, mental illnesses, through insurances. They, you know, in other words, eating disorders, depression, and we want, again, it's the fairness of people here in the United States or New Jersey that should be treated fairly. So we would like that those patients that need medications and are suffering from mental illness to also be included into the medical insurance plan as well. So working on that. And there's a host of issues today that we're working on. Aside from the family leave bill, there's some good quality health bills with smoking. There's a smoking bill out to ban smoking on psychiatric hospitals, which is the trend, smoke-free environments on psychiatric campuses to help the patients. So there's some good bills out there.
Great. Okay, thank you so much,
Thank you so much,
Huttle, for being here on Meet the Leaders, and we look forward to seeing you again next time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, and we'll be right back. Please stay with us.